Hello my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for Creative Week 63. I am so excited to be recording this voiceover today because thanks to my lovely patrons over on Patreon, I now have a new editing software. So this video won't be super fancy edited because I am just learning how to use the basics so far, but hopefully in the future we can do some fun videos, and hopefully this looks like my regularly edited videos. But anyway, I can now see what I'm doing on the screen, so hopefully that will be better. Finally, let's tell you what I'm doing. So right now, as you can see, I am working on some specimen cards. Now, these are inspired by the lovely Elizabeth by Never Hopeless Elizabeth here on YouTube. I will leave her channel linked below for you guys so you can go check her out. But she does like ramble sessions, she calls them, and she just kind of shows you what she's been up to. A little bit like my creative week kind of, but different. So anyway, yeah, she was making these cool, she didn't call them specimen cards, I don't think. She called them something else. But anyway, basically she showed you how to just take a piece of paper, cut a square in it, put some acetate between it, and make a little thingy. So that's what I did. Wasn't feeling super creative, but wanted to do something, and it was pretty late at night, I think. So excuse me, I decided to take some stuff out of my scrap bin and some project protectors and make these. So the first one I made with a little butterfly in there, and I did cut the plastic a little too small, so there's gaps, and hopefully the butterfly doesn't fall out, but they're just for me at the moment, so it's not a huge deal. This is me going through my scrap images, and I remembered I'd cut these insects out of a book, so here I am using it. I think this is a caterpillar, so I'm just arranging it in the plastic sleeve that I have from the page protector, and I'm going to do that. In hindsight, I would have made this a one-sided card and not a double-sided window card, but you know, live and learn. So I think I actually fixed that problem. Yeah, I did. So I cut the windows in half. My windows are wonky as hell because I cannot cut a straight line if my life depended on it, and I do not do middle, I couldn't be bothered to use a ruler, basically. So they're wonky, but oh well. So just took some double-sided tape and went around it one side, and then I'm going to stick that on the sheet part, the plastic part. And then on the other side of it, I'm going to use that scrap piece of tea-dyed paper and just collage my stuff on there, like so. And then it becomes a journaling card, which is super cool, so I can journal on the back of it now, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, pretty cool. I definitely want to make more of these. I need to find more images to trap in between. I want to do some like bees or moths or something. So those will be really cool. But I'm just doing that. I'm cutting up some words from a printable that I purchased from Nick the Booksmith. It has some cool quotes on it. I think it was in her planner edition thing, from her Etsy shop. So, and I still can't read what the quote says, so, you know. I could look in my journal. Let's look in my journal. While I'm gluing all this down, like I said, it's not totally better edited yet. You still have to watch me do all the things in the long way, but they'll get better. They'll get better. Unless you like watching all the long stuff of me gluing it all together, and then let me know, and I will I'll leave it in there. So it is, the quote that I chose says, "An unexamined life is not worth living," by Socrates. And hold on, I have to let the dog out of my room because now he's changed his mind and is going to whine until I let him out. So be right back. All right, and we're back. So put that little star in there, and then I'm just going to tape the front on. So yeah. Yeah. I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, so excusez-moi. But you're used to my shenanigans, so I don't even know why I'm saying excuse me. But yeah, super excited to use that journaling card. Definitely want to make more. Oh, and I did round the corners, didn't I? Then I took my archival ink. I think this is the coffee color, and I just scrunched up the edges a little bit. I didn't want it to be super like craft-like, so I just kind of wanted it to look a little aged because it's supposed to be an old specimen, you know. And then I took my Lamy fountain pen with the carbon black ink and wrote specimen on there. So yeah, haven't figured out how to zoom in the shots yet on this software, so bear with me. So now it is Wednesday, and I drink a lot of caffeine. I have about a pot of coffee a day, which is really bad for you. Not every day, but some days. So I'm usually not sensitive to caffeine, and I buy my protein powder from this company called Muscle Farm. They make all natural, like grass-fed whey, like usually don't have any problems with their products. So I decided to try their pre-workout, gluten-free, non-GMO, you know, there's nothing in there that's illegal. But yeah, so I tried it, and let me tell you, it went in the trash. I will never be taking the pre-workout again. Hence why I'm using these giant letter stickers to write nope. Because I don't know I was like, if I was writing a paper maybe, but like I was super mentally awake, but as soon as I started moving my body, I just felt like absolutely exhausted, and it was so hard to like do my workout, and like I felt like my heart should have been beating fast, but when I took like my pulse with my phone like I do while I work out, sometimes it wasn't, and then I like couldn't even finish my workout. I had to stop. I started to get dizzy, and I was like, this is not, it's not good for your body. See, not good. So won't be doing that again. That is gone. I didn't give it away because nobody should be doing that to themselves. So I'm much better off without it. Even if I'm too tired to finish my workout, at least I'm too tired naturally. Yeah, so anyway, that was my fun adventure of the day. So I'm going to journal about basically what I just told you there. But earlier, I don't think it was this day, but another day, I was just not having a day. It was one of those days where like everything you touch just seems to go to shit. So I had gone for a little car ride because I love car rides, and I keep a little like notepad in the console of my car because, you know, and I journaled on it a little bit. So now I'm finding an envelope to put that journaling in. So I got these envelopes from a lovely subscriber that sent me some stuff, and I've been holding on to them because I love them so much, and this is the time that I'm going to use it. So I found a word cutout in my little words drawer there that said inside, and I thought that was perfect because, you know, you gotta look inside for the journaling, and it was a very reflective type thing. So I did that. And then I love these index clips from Tim Holtz. I need to buy more of them. They're just like, they're so perfect. for a lot of things. They're not like a super practical paper clip because as you can see they're super tight, but I love them for adding decoration. They're really industrial looking. So, and I'm finally pulling out my watercolors. I feel like it's been like 700 years since I've actually used like color during a video. I've been doing a lot with paper. I always do a lot with paper, but it's been forever since I pulled out my watercolors to have a proper play. So I decided to play on this page here with this, my favorite Daniel Smith watercolor. I haven't tried that many. I've only tried like 10 colors, so don't like take that as like the holy grail of all advice. But out of this set that I do have, my two favorite colors are this color here, which I'm going to attempt to get out of my pan now to read it to you, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So ignore that rant because I can't tell you what the color is. Oh, Phthalo turquoise. There we go. Phthalo turquoise is my favorite. And then that yellow one I'm using is from Jane Davenport, I believe. But the other yellow that I usually use that I love from Daniel Smith is Queen Gold. So there's that. And then this is my formal apology. I don't know what happened to this part 2 of the junk trunk series of me making this. So there is no part 2, and that really sucks because I wanted to show you guys the complete like process of me making it, and you had asked for it, but part 2 is gone. I can't get it back. So yeah, I'll have to do another Make With Me journal series to make up for it. But as promised, I will be listing this for sale. You can see when on the screen. It will be tomorrow after this video goes up. So go ahead and look for it there if you're interested. I'll put in the description box when it's sold. So yeah, but I had a lot of fun, and if you want to see the flip through of that and missed it, I'll leave it in a card. So this, I took a little moment for myself on Friday to sit outside and enjoy the sunshine. It is 70 finally. It's been like 50 and rainy for like the entire week, and it's been really depressing. So I got to sit outside. I answered a pen pal letter, so thumbs up, go Leanne. Yeah, so was pretty excited about that. So Jamie will be getting her reply soon. And then I started working on my pirate journal. If you're following me on Patreon, you will have seen the sneak peeks of my cover and stuff, but I have made the cover. I made the cover off camera because I did something a little different. I used my sewing machine, not my sewing machine, I borrowed a sewing machine, and used it to make the cover. So was pretty excited about that and how it came out. Sorry, lots of yawning going on. So this is me. I have all the papers that I'm going to use in this particular one. So my patrons helped me decide. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a giant pirate journal or like little insert style journals, because one, I wanted it to be portable, and two, you guys know I'm like mega hella chunky girl over here in terms of journals. So I decided to do 2 or 3. So this is the first one that I'm putting together. I never used to understand like what it was about the sewing thing. And now that I have started using the sewing machine on my paper, I'm starting to get it. It's like instant gratification pockets that like you know aren't gonna fall apart, like it's pretty secure. And then you got the tactile of like the string that's left over to play with. I don't know. I'm digging it. So you might see a little bit of sewing in some future journals. it's just the phase I'm going through right now. So, you know, I like to roll with it. So I left all of my, you know, fiddling around with the pages in the video because this is one of my favorite parts of a journal, is putting the signatures together, and then the moment after you bind it in and you get to look at the book you've created out of all these loose pages. I know it sounds really dorky, but it's just my favorite part. And nobody ever shows putting the signatures together. They skip that part, and it's really frustrating for me. Like, I don't know. It's such a fun process, and it ultimately is what makes the journal come together. So I wanted to show you guys because it's something I want to see, if that makes any sense. So you'll see a full flip through of this when it comes to the end of the video, but I just was checking to make sure I liked how all the pages were, and then I decided I wanted to add another blank page of this ledger page, so I just cut it down to size and then folded it over so that it could have little flappy things. Yeah, that's totally a word now, flappy things. So I'm putting that in there. Oh boy. So many yawns today. So I have this like double pocket thing, which I'm pretty excited about on that page. I did use some of the pages from the Pirate Flow Journal that I purchased from Tammy. I made some pockets out of them. That's one of them right there. So really cool. Yeah. So this is me just like triple bajickle. What the heck? It's not even, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, triple checked it. And I have to share this with you. I am so freaking proud of myself because I like don't know anything about sewing. That's not true. I've used a sewing machine before, but it had been a really long time and I could not remember how to thread it, nor wind the bobbin, or thread the bobbin back in the machine. Like I didn't know how to do any of it. And I figured it all out by myself and got it done on the first try. And I'm pretty freaking proud of myself. Thank goodness for YouTube videos because that's how I figured out how to do it. But yeah, it was just a really proud moment. You know when you like learn something new and you're like, yeah, I'm a freaking boss. Like that was the moment I was having in this moment right here. So I had to share that with you. Another thing, my awesome pen pal and patron Jamie her packages are like Christmas. Like this girl goes above and beyond. She spoils me rotten. Her packages make me giddy, and her letters are fantastic. But anyway, every time she sends me a letter, she mails it in this like elaborately stamped, like amazing envelope. And I really wanted to use the envelope in a way that's not just sticking it in my pen pal journal like I usually do. So I actually cut the envelope in half and I sewed it onto that book page to make 2 pockets to put in my pirate journal. And I'm like, in love. So thank you, Jamie, for that. I need more writing space in this journal. But I don't want to put more pages in because I'm going to make another one. And I like all the decoration. Anyway, the point of this is I wanted 2 little booklets so that I could put them in the pockets that I made. So that like say I went to the beach, which is usually where I do like I'll do a lot of written journaling. I can take my pirate journal, pull out one of these booklets, and just write in the little booklet, and then in the back I'm making a little tuck spot so I can tuck any like photos that I back onto journaling cards or whatever in there, and then that whole day is kind of enclosed in that one little booklet and I can tuck it in the pocket. That's the idea anyway. So what I did was I took apart a mini ledger book that I got And in the front there were some blank pages. They were like address pages. Apparently way back in, you know, the 40s or whatever, they didn't use the address parts of their books either. So, so that was there. So I took out those pages and just made the little booklet. So each one has 2 of those, which is 4 pages, which is 8 sides. Anyway, sewed it all together in a cover of plain paper, and then I took my sepia archival ink and inked the edges of this one so that it looked a little older, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to tuck one of them right back there. So pretty excited about it. And then the same amazing lady, Jamie, at one point had sent me these teeny tiny paper clips. They're like the tiniest paper clip in the freaking world, and I love them. They're so adorable, and they were perfect to close those little booklets with. So thank you again. And I was just showing you that the cover there is a pocket, actually. I made a little collage. I will flip through this more when it's all complete, but this is me, just the progress I have thus far. But I made a little pocket to stick like a pin in on the front, which was pretty cool. And then I'm just sticking my little booklets in. I skipped showing you how I made the other one because it was the same process, but yeah, really excited. Really love that envelope there with the wax seal on it. I was hoping that that would fit in there, but it didn't. But it did fit in the pocket right there that I made out of Jamie's envelope. So cool. I mean, look at that. How perfect is that? Like, can we just appreciate that? Thank you. So yeah, I'm really excited about this journal. Can't wait to make another one. Can't wait to sew all the things. Hopefully, I have a custom journal I'm working on right now, but then I will be working on journals to restock my Etsy with. So hopefully I can bring you guys some fresh things that you're excited about too. Thank you so much to my patrons who are allowing me to continue creating here for you guys and helping me advance my equipment so you guys can have better videos. Please give me a thumbs